Dr. Hamid Slimi is also involved in sports. He actually runs a school for martial art. Am I right? It's Indonesian martial art. Dr. Hamid Slimi, please.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I just remember when I was Imam in London, Ontario, I tried to put a soccer team. Brother Hussam, I understand very well how difficult and challenging to coach around a program. So I ran it for a couple of years, but I couldn't run it by myself. Volunteers are very hard. You know, volunteers give you the leftover time. That's a fact. And it looks like you've been very successful as a volunteer organization. Let's not even talk about soccer. It's very hard to get volunteers. And as you celebrate today your volunteers in a very special day, I'm sure half of us here are probably fasting. And that was the wrong date for brunch, but I don't think it's intended, but it just happened. But at the end of the day, appreciation for our volunteers is a must, and it's very hard to find dedicated volunteers. And I heard from Brother Hussam, you run it throughout the year, so I know it's a wonderful program. Myself, coming from a soccer culture, we play soccer. I was a goalie actually. I grew up as a goalie. So I did all my life all kinds of sports. And I have to say, as a Muslim child and youth, had it not been for sports, we would have been in trouble. Probably in drugs and many other things. I wouldn't say only religion. Religion plays a big role in forming your beliefs. But for character and personality, you need more than that. You need sports. You need to mingle. You need to compete. And it's sad that a lot of Muslim kids are not involved, but alhamdulillah that we have this Muslim Youth Soccer League. I know this when it started. May Allah bless Sister Anne-Marie Saint-Onge when she started this, and she told me how challenging, but all the rewards go in her record. So you should remember her today for launching this years ago. So, it's very important to remember those who started even with humble means. Like I told you, I myself started a team. We did well, but the challenge is I had to do everything myself. And I had two jobs, being Imam, and I had also as a human resources manager in a company. And I had to do this, and it's not very easy just to pull this effort. And you have like 1,200 players. This requires a very dedicated staff, but you're running it with volunteers. So congratulations to you, and this shows a good model of leadership, and sports is amazing. And I practice sports since I was born, and I run a martial arts school. Nobody knows in the community. I also am involved in another sport. So in a nutshell, you guys are doing great things. Let me just wrap up with a soccer joke, because I have a lot of them when it comes to soccer. So this guy, this team, they needed a goalie. Being a goalie myself, and I need you to put something for imams and community leaders, and see how good I am if I'm still good at goalie. So they needed a goalie, and the goalie that they had fell sick, so the coach was, they had a game the next day. I don't think you heard this joke. And then he went to the market to buy some, food, and then he noticed a guy catching watermelon in a very amazing fashion. So watermelon comes from the right, he throws it in the truck, and they were unloading a truck. So the way he was catching right, left, he said, "This is the guy we're looking for." So he said, "Listen, sir, how much are you being paid?" He said, "I paid minimum wage." He said, "I'll give you $30 an hour. Just come be our goalie." He said, I don't play soccer. I do it for a living." He said, "Don't worry, you'll be playing and you'll be paid." So he took him next day. There was the big match. So he was there. If this guy can catch watermelon, which is heavy, a soccer ball is so light. So he stands. So the first ball was shot 90 degrees. He catches it, And people saw it and then he throws it inside the goal. Thank you very much. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum.